Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. My name is Chelsie, and today we're going to go through a 20-minute intermediate level feel-good yoga flow. I want you to do what you can through this practice today, and if you feel like you don't want to move any further in a specific pose, please listen to your body. This is the most important piece. If you haven't already, get what you need ready for your practice today, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started, and we will start active in our table pose. Bring the hands and knees to the floor, stack your shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees. Start to sway the hips side to side, maybe creating some big circles, and feel free to take this as intense or as gentle as you wish. Moving right into some spinal rolls, tucking the tailbone in the chin, moving forward and lifting the gaze, inhaling as you move back. Exhale, stretching it out as much as you can. And then finding a neutral spine and start to roll the head in circles, pressing through the palms and feeling a wonderful release throughout the neck. And then go into the opposite direction, making sure to continue your breath. And then walking the hands forward slightly, and we're going to create even bigger hip circles. So really pressing the hips down towards the floor, over to the side, and then back. You can go in both directions or one, as long as we go in both directions before we move on. Slowly inch the hips back towards the heels and come into your child's pose. Forehead can rest down on the mat and relax your shoulders. Breathing here, and then we will slowly come up to table pose and taking our right leg long, sending our hips back into a one-legged child's pose. Bring the forehead back down towards the mat. Maybe you stay here, or perhaps you inch your right leg out to open up your hips wide. Now this is all an option. You can take it or leave it. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. We'll slowly come back up, keeping the leg long. We're going to plant through the left palm, send the right hand high. Inhale. And then exhale, coming down to thread your needle. Send your right shoulder towards the floor. You can stay here. You can always wrap that opposite arm behind the back. Coming back through, inhale the arm high and send the leg back. We're going to switch sides. So send your left leg long, sitting back with the hips. Take your one-legged child's pose. Take a big deep breath. Feel free to inch the leg out a little bit as you can. Finding your way back up. Keep your leg long. And then we're going to plant through the right hand. Send your left hand high. And then thread it through. Reaching your left shoulder down towards the floor, keeping your hips stacked over the knees. Dropping the shoulders, keeping space throughout the neck. Coming back to center. Inhale the arm high and come back to plant both palms. Bringing your leg back And then tuck your toes. We'll find our way to down dog. So however you wish to get there. Moving up nice and slow, reaching the hips high and pressing the palms firmly into the mat. Allow the chest to fall open towards the floor. Maybe pedal the feet side to side. Allow no tension to be in the neck here. So either close the eyes or send the gaze to the big toes. Lifting the toes high on an inhale, and then exhale, drop them down. Lifting them high again and back down. And again, lift them high, and then this time we're going to send our hips over to the left. So bending and arching through the left side body, and then feel free if you want to open up the arm, lifting it towards the ceiling. Come back to plant the palms, lift the hips high, and we'll send it over to the other side. Crunching through that side, being strong, and perhaps you lift the arm. Taking it back down slowly and with control, lift the hips towards the ceiling, heels go down, and then spinal roll from down dog to plank. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Taking a big deep breath, and you can always drop your knees, chest, and then chin here, or you can feel free to take whatever variation of a vinyasa flow you wish. Back to down dog, exhale, and then we're going to send our left leg high. Take a breath, and then our right. Dropping it down. Now we're here in down dog. We're going to bring the gaze forward, bend the knees, and step, jump, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and slowly come all the way up to your standing position. Arms will reach high. Hands come to heart. Inhale, arms will reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Stepping back to plank, taking your breath and then your flow. Lowering down and then pressing up and through. Exhaling to down dog. Breathing here, gaze will come forward, bend the knees, step, jump, or walk to the front. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and round yourself all the way up. Inhaling the arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, and step your left leg back, drop the knee. Inhale, the arms will go high. Taking your right hand down, left hand up, big deep side stretch, and then rainbow it all the way to the other side. Coming back to center, almost fell over. Taking a big deep breath, reaching the arms high, and then send your hips back to extend your leg long. Balancing here, and then exhale the top body over your shin. Half split. Inhale, bend the knee, and then just come back to your plank position and take your flow. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, down dog. Right on to the other side. We will step the left leg forward, reaching the arms high, settling in, and then take your big deep side stretch. So we'll take our left hand down, right hand high, and then all the way over to the other side. Coming back to reach up and then bringing the hips back to extend the leg. Inhale and exhale, folding over the extended leg. Breathing here. Stay connected with your breath. Coming back to bend the knee, plant the palms, and we'll step forward to our halfway lift and exhale, fold. Bend the knees and slowly come all the way to stand. Inhale, arms go high, palms together, and exhale, hands to heart. Rolling out the head, relax the shoulders, and then we will move on. Inhale, the arms will reach high. Palms together, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump to plank position, and take your flow. Exhale. Inhale, strong legs, and exhale, down dog. Taking a breath, and then we'll step our left leg to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, wrapping your left leg around your right, kind of like our eagle egg, bending both of the knees. And then perhaps you start to lean your hips over to the left side, dropping them towards the floor, and allow the foot to pivot as well. The chest and gaze will reach open to the sky. Ooh, find that control, and let's come back and take the left leg up in between the palms and then raise your arms to high lunge. Awesome job. Take your left hand to the back leg, twisting the heart. Slowly bring the right hand down to floor and left hand goes high. Drop your knee. Take a quad stretch. Reach the hand for the toes behind you. Maybe you hold your foot, maybe not. And then we'll come back, take your plank, and then your flow. Inhale and exhale. Down dog and moving to the other side. Right leg goes high. Bring it in for knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, come back to wrap your right leg around the left, bending both knees. Keep your heart falling towards the floor. Maybe you stay here. Perhaps you bring the hips over to the right side, let them drop, lifting the hand and the heart. Coming back with control, plant the palm and then step your right leg forward. Inhale, arms go high. Taking your right hand behind you, reaching for the leg and a gentle twist. Strong and engaged back leg. Slowly take the left hand to the floor and lift your right hand to the sky. Smile. Drop your back knee and then reach for your toes, bending the heel towards the glute, keeping your heart open. Letting go of the foot, plant the palms, take your plank and your flow. Exhaling your way to down dog. Breathe here. Go ahead and bend the knees, and we're going to come down into our puppy pose. So perhaps you stay onto your forearms and drop your forehead to the mat, allowing your shoulders to open slowly. And if it's comfortable, you can extend the arms long as I'm showing here. Keep length through the neck and your shoulders dropped away from your ears. The tailbone will be lifting up towards the sky. And I do want to offer one more step here. If it feels comfortable for you, you can tuck the toes and maybe you can extend through the legs. Now, maybe you feel even comfortable here and you can plant through one foot and lift your opposite leg high. Now, maybe you can do one leg, maybe you can do both. And perhaps you're not even listening to these cues because you're choosing to stay where you are. Either way is good to me and good to you. So do what you can in any way that you find yourself. Let's slowly coming back down, dropping the knees if you chose to extend the legs. And then we will inch our way towards our child's pose, bringing the hips down towards the heels, rounding through the low back. Feel free to rock the head side to side, and maybe even you take your arms and reach them down towards the feet, moving into rabbit's pose, or maybe that alone feels really good. Now I want to make sure that you avoid any extreme pressure here in your neck or head. So if you can help it, try just to hover the head Lifting the hips if you're choosing rabbit's pose, holding onto the heels and really stretching out that upper back and neck, maybe even into your low back. And then when you're ready, you can slowly start to extend back into your child's pose. Taking a few breaths here, and then we'll come all the way forward to our belly. We're going to spread our arms out long, coming to our fingertips and bending the elbows to raise them towards the sky. Slowly on your inhale, start to lift the gaze and enjoy a little bit of an upper spinal roll. Lifting the gaze, inhale, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, pushing up through the fingertips, and then exhale, bring it down. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Lengthen, reaching the arms forward, neutralizing the spine, and taking a moment to rest your forehead to the mat. Breathe deep here. Feel your low back lift up and rise from the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly bring the palms underneath the chest, lift into your table pose, and then back into your down dog. Right away, we'll bend the knees and hop to a seated position. And let's roll right down to our backs. Perhaps you start to sway the knees right away, side to side. But we're going to meet for a couple of bridge postures. So bringing the arms long beside you, reaching them down towards the heels, and your heels are going to reach and plant as close to the glute as you can. Now when you're ready, you'll press not only into the heels, but into the shoulders as well, and lifting the hips up high towards the ceiling. Tuck the tailbone down and draw that belly button in towards the spine. Your knees are reaching in towards each other, and there's many options here. You can reach for your heels, maybe you can hold them. Perhaps you interlace the hands underneath the back, holding palm to palm. You can also lift the heels high and coming up onto your tippy toes. Try to keep the neck neutralized here and in a solid, firm position. Take another breath and then slowly start to lower your hips down towards the floor. Take a moment, bringing the knees into squeeze. Give yourself a hug. Lift the head if it's comfortable, and then we'll bring it back down. Going for round 2 with an optional progression here. So I want to invite you to do exactly as you did before. Perhaps you grab hold of your heels or interlace the hands underneath you as you lift the hips. Maybe you can take one leg and reach it towards the sky. Taking a breath there, and maybe you switch over and do the other side. Maybe you're holding, and perhaps you want to take it even further. So let me demonstrate here for you. You'll bring the hips down. The hands will come right behind the shoulders, beside each side of the neck. A good way is to lengthen the arms long in front of you and then bend right at the elbows to plant your hands to the mat. Now lifting the hips as you did before, engaging and pressing through the heels, but this time you'll also press through the palms and use that arm strength and shoulder strength to lift you up. Now staying controlled here, maybe you lift the heels. You can always come down when it's comfortable. If you are able to hold, I encourage you to take another breath, pressing through the palms and heels, staying strong. And then to come down safely, you'll tuck the chin to avoid any damage to the top of the head or in the neck. And then just kind of wiggle your way down to your back and into a comfortable position. Taking your legs up towards the sky and then bend at the knees, enjoying a happy baby pose. Feel free to stay right here, really allowing the hips to open up and the back to neutralize. Perhaps you sway side to side or extend one leg at a time. Be creative and do what feels good to your body. Breathe. Keeping your left knee in close to you, go ahead and bring it in towards the belly. Take a big deep breath in, and then exhale your knee over to the right side of the room. Taking a gentle twist. Slowly coming back to neutral spine, and then gently switching sides. Take your right leg up, bring it in for a squeeze, and send your opposite leg long. Take a big deep breath in, and then exhale. Take your twist. Breathe. And slowly come back. Find a neutral position with the spine, and we're going to extend both of the legs long, preparing for a moment of stillness. Perhaps you bring the hands to your belly and connect with the breath, feeling the rise and fall. I encourage you to pause this video here and enjoy this stillness for just a few moments to really absorb all of the nutrients and benefits of our practice today. But of course, if you feel like ending your class now, you can go ahead and end with me by slowly creating movement to the body, swaying the knees side to side, and maybe you roll onto your side first. You can always rock up to a seated position, whatever feels best to you. Amazing job today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this flow today. I feel good. I hope you do too. Drop the shoulders. Let's take a moment. Breathe. Ending this class together. Let's circle sweep the arms towards the sky. Inhale. Palms together and bring it to heart center. And one more time. Inhale. Palms together and exhale, hands to heart. Give yourself a bow, thanking yourself for your wonderful practice today. Namaste, my friends. Until next time.